Good evening, Glasgow. I really hope Able2 UK are putting on a great show for everybody tonight. Being a government minister, I don't get asked to appear at the O2 very often, but for a lot of people, even just getting along to an event like this can be a bit of a challenge. So I think there's real thanks we all need to offer tonight to the organisers, to the acts, to the techies for making all of this possible. And, you know, to everybody else, I just want to say, have fun. And yes, that is an official instruction from your government.
I got me a shovel, and I'm digging a ditch, and I'm gonna fight for this 4 square feet of land like a mean old son of a bitch. I got me a future.
First gig I ever went to was at the Southampton Joiners in Southampton. I went to see a band called Snug, who've been forgotten by history, but their rhythm guitarist is a guy called Ed Harcourt, who is now a friend and singer-songwriter.
I'm trying to get better cause I haven't been my best. She took a plain black mark and started writing on my chest.
Yeah, I do. I know a few people. I mean, Howard from Able2 UK springs to mind. But I mean, I try not to sort of think about people as being people with disability as the first thing I think about them. I'm completely socially inept.
They threw me a whirlwind, and I spat back the sea. I took a battering, but I've got thicker skin, and the best people I know are looking out for me, so I'm taking the high road.
I suppose I think I would be bothered about the idea of people thinking anything differently about me as a person. You know, if I wasn't able to kind of to walk in the way that I could, that would obviously cause practical problems. But I wouldn't want people to kind of think anything differently about me as a person just because of that. If I was able to do anything, I would. I mean, flying's quite attractive. The ability to sort of go back in time and have another go at some of the things that I've done springs to mind as well. Something like that.
Because we're not dead yet. It's just a knot in the small of your back. You could work it out with your fingers. It's just a tune that got stuck in your head. You could work it out with your fingers.
First thing I knew that anything really serious had happened was waking up in hospital covered in tubes. And I can remember getting to the roundabout and then I woke up sat in a fence thinking, what's happened? Where's my motorbike gone? When I asked, I was expecting to be told, yeah, of course, you know, just you'll walk again, you just need to take a bit of time. But the fact that I got the other answer, I'll admit I just broke down into tears. I suppose it was the shock. I must have been crying for about an hour. Just have to come to terms with it. It's one of those things, nobody ever expects it to happen to them. Nobody obviously wants it to happen to them. But once it's happened, it's happened. You can't turn the clock back. I did another skydive for charity. I started hand cycling a lot to keep fit, and then went on to do the Great North Run on my handbike. They were just little achievements, you know, which made me feel better about myself, made me feel less disabled. Then in the process of doing all these things, I came across a poster of a guy, and all it had was a poster of this guy railing round a corner on what was obviously a downhill trail, kicking up loads of dust off his back wheels, but he was on 4 wheels. And I looked at his poster and just went, whoa, because of obviously my downhill experience. And it just said to me, speed, thrills, excitement. I thought, I've tried and liked some of these other things, but I really have got to have a go at that. But it was based in Colorado, this place, so I mean, it was well worth the cost for me, but I thought for somebody else, just to find the money is going to be hard. So I got back to England and set about forming the club. By 2009 we were really pushing the fundraising angle. We weren't getting any sort of support from any sort of organisations as such. We were just having to rattle buckets and think up our own fundraising ideas. In 2010 we did like a big launch party for it to promote the fact that we were here and doing taster days. So we did a big launch party at Winlatter Forest in Cumbria, and loads of people came along, and it was just a free day, so everybody could have a free go, just one free run. and I think we did something like 22 people in one day. So, and it was able-bodied people as well as disabled, which was brilliant because that's what we've always promoted the sport as fully inclusive, basically. That whole integrated idea was getting across to people as well. It's not just seen as a disabled sport, you know, it is really for anybody who wants to have a go. You forget about everything else. It's almost like tunnel vision that, you know, focused on what you're doing. You forget you sat down, you kind of forget you're on four wheels in a way. You forget, you know, you leave your wheelchair behind, both physically and mentally. It's the best way I can explain it, I guess.
Hi Howard and everyone there at Able2 UK, it's Ben from Royal Blood here. I hope you're all having a great time up there in Glasgow. We're really sorry we can't be there with you, but it's great to be involved in what you guys are doing. The first gig I ever went to was when I was about 15 years old. And it was Lincoln Park at the Docklands Arena in London during the Hybrid Theory tour, which was rocking. I know many different people that have different disabilities, the closest one to me being my niece, who has an undiagnosed neuromuscular disorder. Another person that springs to mind is a friend called Jack, who has autism. Now, I first met Jack teaching him how to play the drums, and he got really good. But in between teaching him, he would tell me great in-depth facts about how to milk goats and other farm animals. So pleased to please you and rip that heart off your sleeve. My personal disabilities would include my lack of memory, both long and short term. I don't really remember a thing. Another thing would be my mild dyslexia, and also I've got a lot of energy, so I have a very short attention span. If I was disabled for 24 hours, the one thing that would concern me most would be the inability to do particular day-to-day things. If I was able to do anything, man, there's so many things I would want to be able to do. Fly, go to the moon, transform into animals, be invisible. But I think overall, what I would like to do, if I was able to do anything, it would be to make everyone happy.